Making sure I remember correctly. Yes, I already went to the gym. Had a very interesting conversation today. Just making sure everything's right. 27, March 27. I'm not even going to look into this market. I'm just going to start with a fresh mind. I'm not even going to talk about any potential trade. I mean, I already see the trade. Oh, wait, no, we took it. Yeah, I'm not trying to get into this, but it looks like I found the next potential trade. This text and I might delete Instagram real quick. I'll keep it there. You know what? Oh yeah, whatever. Forget about it. So it looks like right here, this was the potential trade we could have taken. Who cares? We're just going to go on with a fresh mind. Nothing else to really see here. I'll look into this more later on. You are presented with this potential short. You have a break of structure to the same side. Price will likely retrace. Let's see if we can find any confluence looking into that. 10, it looks like it is in size. And then we even have a potential P array forming and a break of structure to the same side. Just no PA patterns, so ideally, honestly, this isn't really too interesting to me, but let's just see what price does. Up into 1 minute. Hold on, give me a second. Look for a sign. No child left behind. Alright, so cool, we're back. Yeah, so I was looking into a short. It looks like we even left a PD array. Likely this one's the most likely to be revisited, most likely to be respected. It does not mean that we're going to revisit it, but we have even more confluence that we might want to revisit it. We even inverse this regular fair value gap, meaning we're likely going to have some limit orders here and some limit orders here. So I believe there's liquidity here. Obviously there is liquidity laying at this London high here. And this Asia high probably. So yeah, we have two important areas of liquidity here. Price is pretty much, I'm thinking maybe we could push back into this and possibly push higher. Who knows? But let's see what price does here. Looks like you would have been stopped out here. Okay. Now it looks like price is pretty much trying to reach this area of liquidity. Right. I don't know. Yeah, so we've been stop loss and take profit. Cool. Alright, this is another short I would be contemplating. Stop loss set to 10, take profit set to set. We have not had any important sweep of liquidity, so not really prominent. Yep. And this is there. Right, so nothing prominent here either. Looks like price just ended up pushing heavy higher. Sweep of liquidity has definitely happened, meaning we have just swept London and Asia, so it looks like prominent area of liquidity was swept. Cool. Now, I guess you could short off this. Do we have any potential PD arrays that have been untouched? Yeah, so I guess, ideally, obviously, I wouldn't want to take this, but see what price does. Let's see if we can react. Get some salvage with some dumb people. Large amount of dumb people trying to short that. Yeah. Never mind. 2, 3, there you go. Probably not a trade I'm interested in. Crap. Summer girlfriend. I don't care, Siri. I don't care. Why do I have to? Alright, just turn off this notifications because the only notification I really care about is my girlfriend. Just This happened to a PD array, not really. We're respecting the equilibrium twice, so I guess you could be interested in liking this, but there you go. Okay, you're presented with a short will not trade it. Looks like it does end up working though. Okay. Next day, please. I did check the win rate, guys. I don't know if I was recording that. We are at 67, 66% win rate. I had a call with someone that's actually profitable, right? Well, he stopped trading mainly because he wanted to do heart surgery. Neurosurgery. He just got bored of trading, right? How do you get bored of trading? Well, it's not ideally like hypothetically. How do I say this? Heart desires what it wants, right? And whatever your heart desires is what you're going to end up doing, unless you're one of those people that get stuck in this situation. Let me tell you right now, no amount of money could bring you to the point of happiness if you're not pursuing what you really want. Meaning, if I want to be like, I want to make films someday, okay? I want to make creation. I want to create to inspire. I want to inspire people. The reason why I started trading is obviously because I want to actually sustain the people around me, as well as I want to be having enough capital, enough money to buy this expensive equipment to just enhance my performance, right? And if I have a regular job, 9 to 5, the algorithm is really screwed, bro. unless you're creating something top notch, you're likely going to make an algorithm because there's brain rot everywhere, bro. Like there's a bunch of like pornography stars and everything like that out there. There's just a bunch of like OnlyFans shit. So ideally, I mean, I believe like 20% of your reels are going to be someone inspiring. I'd say maybe 60%. No, I'd say maybe 50%. I don't know, around 40% is going to be lustful. And then the rest of the other 40% is going to be likely just random. So 20% of your explore page will be somewhat contributing towards your success, which is very rare, right? Alright, let's continue here. Is this a tradable day? Yes, it is. What is price currently doing? We're clearly, if you live with fair value, we're in bearish order flow. Okay, looks like that bearish order flow got canceled. Respected this PD rate out here. First presenting PD rate, by the way. Okay, right here we are showing that we have just inversed this fair value gap. Nothing interesting here. Got that recent low, got that recent high. Well, what trend are we currently in? We clearly broke structure here, made that higher high, higher low, then made a lower high. And likely we're going to be making a higher low. Okay, we're accumulating here. Okay, and from here, what do we see price do? Break structure to the opposing side. Okay, so that being said, it looks like we are respecting this fair value gap. Although it's not the first presented fair value gap, there is still a large amount of respect coming in here. And I'd rather short this than actually long it. Unless price wants to push that first presented PD array. Let's see what price does here. I'm actually curious to see. Yeah. Price distributes. We have a tap into a PD array. We're obviously downtrending. We broke structure to the opposing side. Let the first candle distribute. Yada yada. Okay. I kind of want to see on the limit. So we see price obviously reject off that. We have the sweep of liquidity. We have the bearish fair value gap. Let's see. Is there news at 7? Yes, I'm not trading the next candle. But next second right here, price is giving you an interesting PA pattern. Okay, there's a rejection off that PD array. There's a rejection being absorbed. It looks like there is a potential long here. I just wouldn't want to take it because there is news right here. News is very volatile. It's not going to actually go with what I expected to do, so I'm not going to trade this. But the idea would be a long. So if it's a long, that sucks. It's just going to be considered what I don't even know what the heck price is there. Yeah, good thing you don't take that. Price immediately dumps your stop loss. Huge. Like, this is not market shit right here, bro. This is simple news, okay? News came out bearish, clearly. Or just liquidity was laying here. What did we sweep? It's a real question. Every time there's news, it's because we sweep some type of liquidity. Liquidity was swept, and then price proceeds to take profit. Okay? So without a doubt, not an interesting trade. Ooh, I don't know what just happened with my neck. Alright, so I don't care about that. There you go. You presented with a potential long that I'm not interested in. Maybe price will correlate right after news ends up happening. Who knows? I'm not too sure myself. So ideally, if I don't know, then I'm not interested in taking a trade. I'm just going to sit back and see what market does. And if I see it happen through repetition, okay. Okay. 7 cents, 7 there you go. Okay, there you go. No trades yet, and you are presented yet with another potential long. Unless you sweep some prominent liquidity, that would be really the only reason why we're talking about a lot of buyers rushing like to overtake sellers right now. I mean, clearly sellers are in clear order, right? But it's not going to hold forever. There's a large amount of greed. Well, I guess you could say fear into this. Lots of fear. Let's see if we sweep prominent liquidity, that would be the cherry on top. We did just sweep this 4-hour low. We literally just swept this 4-hour low. And I believe this 4-hour low is actually a session low because it's at 3, so that means, yeah, it should be a session low. Yeah, we just tapped into this. I'm actually wrong. It's just an hourly and a 4-hour low. We just tapped into. It's still considered liquidity, right? We are seeing a good amount of buying power coming into that when we tapped into that. Price did start kind of rejecting. So let's see what price does. Stop loss. No, price continues lower to likely sweep some more prominent liquidity. Maybe a session. Something like that, dude. Alright, you are presented with yet again another long. To me, this is just a huge dump of the market. I mean, this is just some interesting stuff. I mean, the S&P is moving far down. There you go. Alright, let's see what price does here. Okay, it looks like your take profit is in this first presented P rate already putting you at a huge disadvantage. Do we have sweep of liquidity that is prominent though? That's the real question. Not really. Yeah, this trade is not ideal for you. But who knows? Maybe. I mean, you're obviously respecting us. It's pretty risky, yeah. Regardless, you're respecting us as PD ray, so it's very risky. There's a lot of resistance here. Curious to see if we ever push back in there, or we don't. So that's a lot of resistance there. Yeah, who is texting me? I swear, if it's Alex sending me reels, bro, it's not good. I'm tired of those damn reels, bro. Presented yet again with another. I gotta stop saying lot. PA pattern, guys. When I said lot previously, I meant PA pattern. I'm just testing these out. 7 take profits at a time. Yeah. Alright, you go on the hourly. Have we swept liquidity? No. What is going on in the 1 minute? Okay, well we don't have any PD arrays here, so yeah, we just have this break of structure. We do have this little tiny PD array. Price might just be interested in revisiting. It looks like no. Sellers are definitely overtaking. I think we tapped into that PD array and we're seeing resistance off that PD array. Here we go. I think we did, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Let me see. Yeah, we tapped into the PD array basically just at the touch. Price just rejected off that. Yet again, another long. Not really too prominent. I mean, ideally, clearly liquidity is being shaked off. So, it's going to be prominent to actually take a long here until one of these lows get hit. I don't know when, but one of these lows will get hit eventually, right? Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Need to make some food because I gotta sleep in a bit. Gosh. Let me go and listen to a good song. Kind of tired of my playlist. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do some ambience. This one. Alright, so obviously price is downtrending. Very strong downtrend. I'm pretty sure this is a very I mean, all we've been doing is just pushing down. So I don't know what ended up happening here, but I guess that news was very bearish. 5:30. Yeah, that's how I can really tell you. I'm trying to look for manipulation candles. Can't find it. I mean, all we did was sweep these highs. I guess you did sweep these highs and price to push that off that. So that's clearly manipulation, distribution. Accumulation, there's manipulation, and there's distribution right there. It's very interesting. I don't know how you gave a cash as a timer down, but that's not what we're worried about. You are presented yet again with another line. This is a tiny bullish candle. We're going to look at something real quick though. I want to eye out those previous session areas of liquidity. So take reference 6 and 10, something like that. I do want to eye out that liquidity I was eyeing out earlier, which is going to be this one. I'm looking more prominently into session low of New York. I'm pretty sure we're trying to sweep this stuff right here, dude. Like, at this point, with this amount of distribution, I believe price will definitely react somewhat off this. There's not even going to be a lot of stop orders here. Let's just see what price does. No trade here. Oh, there you go. Looks like you are presented with finally the first long, I guess. Wait a second. Ideally, I guess you could say price was likely going to retrace, but I really swept anything about the degree. I don't think we did. Well, I guess we sweep this thing. Might have been hourly little sweep. Not too sure. Whatever. There you go. That's when I would say that is a good long, in my opinion. That's a very good long. Not gonna take it though, but that is a good long. We just left the P rate, we inverse. I'm sure there's likely liquidity resting there, but ideally I'd want to long this. Stop loss at 7. And then hold as long as I want, to be honest. Because if this ends up working, we're gonna likely push very high. Just swap from liquidity. Let's see what price does. I think it would have been stopped out. Oh, you're still in that trade with a good amount. Okay, leaving at 10. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. I am incorrect. Looks like that was manipulation. You are presented with this potential short that I'm not really interested in. There's no reason for me why to take the short. And we're clearly inside structure. Yes, we broke structure to the downside, but we still have a high up there, so I technically consider this just a large structure. Price will likely have to make a lower high though, so that's your confidence to that trade. We are respecting this PD array though, that's very risky if you were to take this short. It looks like it ends up working regardless. Stop loss decent there. Sorry, that's your oh crap, that's close. Yeah, huge rejection. Price ends up making a lower high. Cool. But it's like not some reverse low, there might be liquidity laying down here now. Looks like we did reach that liquidity. Alright, so right here we do have this PD array. We are respecting that PD array. Let's see here, price makes a higher low. And then we see price make a lower high. We sweep with that low, and then obviously 8 a.m. Finally, towards 8 a.m. you are presented with the trade. But I'm outside my trading hours, so I'm not even interested in potentially taking this trade. Stop loss will be set to 7, take profit will be set to 10. But ideally, if we were inside structure, I would definitely take this trade, or inside my timing, my time frame. Yeah, it looks like that's a working, which is ridiculous. It is what it is. It is what it is. Unfortunately. Whatever. There you have it. That's the trade I would have taken if we were inside structure. Okay, next day, please. No News Monday. It's the last day of the month. Alright, what is currently price doing? Well, we just broke structure to the downside a while back ago. Here, this tells me we're downtrending. This was the most recent high price made. We have not made a high since then. We just made a low. And we break structure once more. This is a bearish candle, but there is no presented PD rays that have been untouched, meaning I would not be interested in taking this long. But hypothetically, take this long off the simple idea of following our model, right? So our model alone is like B plus. Our model alone is the profit scenario. So yeah, I would say our model alone is like not really profit. Every model needs some confidences, to be honest. There you go. Does not end up working out. Later on it does. You are presented with this P right down here. You are seeing a large amount of buying power come back into this, which contemplates it, but ideally I wouldn't want to take a long if this is a second candle retracement. We are closing inside this P array, so it is very likely we're going to completely fill it. This is a disrespected P array. Likely we're going to be filling it. Let's see what price does. There you go. No, shit. Would have been stopped out first. Okay. Clearly a fake out there, and then you are presented with this bearish opportunity. We just inversed that for value. Likely a lot of orders. If we're inside of a macro, that's the cherry on top. We are nearing the time of the macro. So we are entering the macro at the end of this candle run. Stop loss. You know what? Yeah, we're in the macro. Okay, so there might be some limit orders down there. Price is downtrending. We have now made a low. That is confluence. We'll not take this trade now. See how price does. Pressure continues, my friend. There you go. Price has a break of structure the opposing side. You are seeing a lot of liquidity being swept, at least internal liquidity. Ideally, I would not take the short, but hypothetically, you were to take the short. Let's see what price happens. This is just a simple bearish flag into a PD array. Stop loss set to 10. No, stop loss set to 7. Take profit set to 10. There you go. Let's see what price does. Would not take the short. I would obviously let the first candle distribute, and I don't even enter off the close. Yeah, let's just see. Onto this. Let's see. There you go. So this is the trade I would take away. It's right here. We even have a sweep of liquidity. That is ultimately, I'm looking at this trade and I love it. I love it right away. Yes, there is no potential P array being formed, but we're likely going to retrace again to that area break of structure. This is an opposing area break of structure. We just swept out liquidity. We have these P arrays down here. I like this trade, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Let's see what price does off this. There's no potential P array, but that area of retracement is size enough. We have two potential areas of P array that price might be interested in. We just swept out liquidity. We even just inverse this fair value gap. We're closing inside of this fair value gap as well. The first presented fair value gap. Very likely that meaning that we're disrespecting it. Okay, we even left a bearish fair value gap. It's good. Okay, so this one's very interesting. So ideally, what I'm worried about is this encroachment line being respected. But that encroachment line, with that liquidity there, was not able to actually fill this P array being formed. We're starting to see a good amount of selling power closing inside this P array there. Whatever amount of buying orders there was here, we were able to close strong enough with selling orders. We did respect the 50% encroachment of those buying power, that buying power, right? And price did push up, but that buying power was not strong enough to actually fill the potential P array being formed. And what happened? We ended up filling a large amount of sell orders. We even ended up inversing, right? So we took completely over. Sellers are overtaking here, pretty much, right? We're just worried about whether we're going to see it right away or later on. I mean, ideally, let's just see what price does, man. Okay. No way, that would suck a lot. I think we're gonna get stopped out. I'm just gonna hold though. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stopped out. That is unfortunate, unfortunately, dude. That is very unfortunate. What's Siri? What? I don't even know what Siri just said. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's just very unfortunate. Price got to 8. I had a rule where I'd be break even, but I can't even go break even on ES, so it doesn't even matter. And that is just a stop loss at its peak right there. Yeah. Unfortunate, guys. It is what it is. I want to note out. We push it to. Oh shit. Interesting. Okay, well I wasn't paying attention to this, but we do have this P rate on the side right here. And it looks like price did inverse. What time did it inverse that? 7 a.m. Price pushed back into that PD array. We respected it. I did not notice that. Okay, that's very interesting. Let's screenshot that. 5 minutes. Took a double bearish candle pattern. Okay. We are in a little bit of a drawdown this month, but I'm not even worried about what we're drawing. I'm not worried about the money, guys. I'm just worried about the win rate. I don't even want the money, man. I just want a high win rate strategy at this point, man. I don't even care about having 10K, but having a 40% win rate. I don't condone that, dude. I'm someone that likes to win a lot more than actually seeing the results of the win. Okay? I like to win more than to have the trophy in my hand. Way more. Alright, so then my girlfriend texted me. Oh my god. I'm out. She's one more. They're gonna go get ice cream. Guys, my girlfriend texted me. My girlfriend texted me. Just gonna send her a screenshot. Say what's up, guys. Can't even see it. I wish I had a face cam. Maybe later on I will have a face cam. Maybe later on I will have a face cam so you guys can see who I really am. But just I'm looking at my journal to see what days I'm most unprofitable on. I'm asking ChatGPT to give me statistics after I get the information. Also, shit. When I have food, I just want to. Alright. Tap the link. This is the 5-minute. Alright, so I think I'll go through every single trade at the end, but this was a double bearish hammer. We had no imbalance, but we did have the likelihood of wanting to see price push down. Okay? 5-minute. I usually look for both imbalance and area retracement in size enough, but that would just be an A plus. Maybe I should start looking out for those. Let's just see here. Alright, cool. 7:05. Nothing interesting. What day was this? No news Monday. You got a loss. Yet again. Running a little losing streak again. This is going to be 3/20, or 3/30/25. So we're entering April. This is when price actually gets crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. Like, I don't even recall. Well, I've only been trading for a year, but this is the craziest price action I've seen. Craziest price action I've ever seen in my life. I think I remember buying an eval around this time. I don't even remember. I think I was buying an eval around. I don't even remember. Alright. Got it. I guess we were one candle late. Cool, whatever. Alright. There you go. I guess we're just late to the move. Or we were too early. Nothing I can say except it is what it is. So long as everything is already written down, yep. Oh my god, stop. Don't do that. That's scary. I don't even think you can go back on this. Oh, you can pick it. Okay. Looks like you do have this untouched figure eight. I'll note that right now. And you have a bearish candle with a breakup structure. Short. If I hadn't taken the other trade already, I would take this one. But only one trade per day because of certain reasons. I don't even know what price did there. Yeah, you really have to look into the 1 minute, 1 second. You get stopped out top tech, you get take profit right afterwards, which absolutely sucks. So ideally, I feel a little bit more confident about taking a loss here. Alright, let's go ahead and proceed. Yeah. You get a recent high. And then you see price make the PA pattern here. Why are these things too long? Hold on, I gotta fix this. 9. Like, this shit is bothering me. 7:34. Oh, that's wrong. It should be good now. No, whatever. Okay. Price makes a higher low. Hold on, let's check my homie's location. I think he has a. I think he's with a girl, bro. I'm actually curious. Let's see that. What the heck? Is he at the movie theaters? Shit. He's at the movie theaters. Oh, he's at Mission? Oh, holy shit. Wait, what the fuck? I'm so confused right now. I thought they were going to finish 19. What the hell? Guess so, man. Alright, that's interesting. That price makes a little, yeah, accumulation. Yeah, I don't really. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll break up structure to the same side, not even in time anymore, so who cares? By the way, guys, macros are the last 10 and first 10 minutes of every hour. This is an area that I guess Bryce likes to expand, reverse, or manipulate. I guess. Mm-hmm. Mm. Alright. Cool. Don't care. What structure with this cannon you represented with a long? This one's actually kind of interesting. So, whoa, this one's actually very interesting. I'm not going to take it because I've never seen this before. Meaning I'm not familiar with this. But you do have a breaker structure to this opposing side with this candle. We let the first candle distribute lower in, then we see price does retrace, but it's very likely that price will retrace again. I've just never seen this type of model before, so I'm not going to take it. And I think we would have been stopped out regardless, but yeah, we'd have been stopped out by a take, and then price does proceed to take profit. So I've never seen that one before, so I'm not going to take it, obviously. 645. That's just very interesting to look at. Alright, cool. Price makes a lower low. Wait. Price makes a lower high. You see price make a lower high, and then a lower low, sorry. No lower lows, man, just a lower high. Gosh. Are we serious? We do have a break of structure to the opposing side, meaning I will let the first candle run further higher. If we see a model, then that's my model. We do see prices leaving a significant amount of PD or potential PD raise made for. Okay, that looks like you could possibly see price retrace right away. This is the area of retracement. Price retraces beautifully to that area without getting us stopped out. Not a trade I'm looking for, mainly because price was strong enough to break trend. Okay, we did accumulate, so yeah, we accumulated. This could be manipulation, who knows, we'll see. A short? Not really interesting here. You just have that P array right there. Could have taken a short, yeah. Not really interesting in my opinion. Although it works, it's just not what I'm used to. I'm looking for what I'm used to. Alright, so right here. It's potential long. Not really interested. Did close inside of this P array. I respected the encroachment. Alright, let's see what price does. Looks like you likely get filled right away. This is the 1 second? This is crazy moves for the 1 second. Oh wait, you know what? I think this is a news candle actually. So yeah, this is a news candle. Could not take that trade. Too choppy. Alright. Price is nearing that low. We were not at it. There we go. We break structure to the opposing side. Now we do have a long opportunity. Just don't like how we just, yeah. So remember when I told you guys this is exactly manipulation? This is clear manipulation. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Okay? Oh, there you go. This is really good. This is a good example. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. It's a really good example right there. Power of 3. I don't really know how to use power of 3, but that's just a clear example. So right here, what do we have? Stop loss set to 7. Take profit set to 10. See if price is interested in reversing back. First, or there you go. So here's my long. It sucked to start off Tuesday with a loss, but this is going to be my long. That is a really aggressive amount of sellers here, but I'm expecting price to likely push back and potentially stop this P rate being formed. If we have the liquidity swept, that would be the cherry on top, but we don't. This first presented P rate. Okay, we just filled it. And after we do fill these P rates, we will likely see. I just want to rebalance the unbalance. We made up the way to rebalance the original balance. That is a lot of words. Alright, enough of that. We're just going to see what price does. We're going to take this long order. Stop loss set to 7 and take profit will be set to 10. There you go. And then off the 1 minute, well, I know we're bouncing off the fill of this PD rate. So this isn't the first presented fair value gap. It would be this one up here. So that does give a little bit extra confidence to actually feel okay with this trade. But regardless, obviously, it really depends on what price does. I mean, we just filled. I'm liking a little bit of buying power we're seeing, but ideally, it's more important about what ends up happening. That's a lot there. We're going to get stopped out with this trade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get stopped out. Wow, that is a lucky trade. That is a very lucky trade. Obviously, I'm not going to stop loss or take profit anymore. This is not a trade that's a, although we had a win, this is not a trade to be proud of. At least to me, obviously. To me, these one tick away from being stopped out trades are very disappointing in my opinion. But I guess in a way, this is where you could say, in a big aspect of things that you don't understand, luck exists, or just the chances. You could say chances exist. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this one was pretty difficult. We just closed above that, so we're very likely going to push to that other high up there. Let's see what price does. Okay, that's aggressive. Very aggressive moves. And then I think price is going to push down now. Okay, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Very lucky trade. Very lucky trade. Going through the losses and the wins here, 645, 7 moves. This is around my birthday, so 625. Gotta win. Check this out. We've kind of been breaking, so yeah, March we did have a red month. Fortunately, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Honestly, I really can't do much about it. Well, I think what would be ideal is to study March's price action later on. Quite literally, the only thing I think I can really do is just maybe later on when we're done with this is really look at March's price action. I already checked. It is a red month. It is the first red month that we've had. To be fair, though, we built it pretty high up, so it's okay, I guess. Okay, there we go. And then screenshot that. That is the 5 minute. That is the exact trade we took. There's the link. I like how price did bounce off the fill. Alright, so 7:15 was this trade. Right, and you are presented with another long, which I would also actually end up taking, unless this is a one ticker. Let's check it out. Okay, let's forget about checking if it's one tick or not. I mean, I really wish there was a way to really genuinely tell. We got the suit right here. You are presented with another long. Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't really think it's much of a bother to actually trust this trade, but okay, never mind. Looks like you would have been hitting take profit and then stop loss. So here you get lucky. That's another trade we could have taken there. It looks like liquidity has been swept. I'm not sure exactly what. I think it was a London low. 11 open probably. Do a sweep. No, I actually don't know what the heck was swept. I think this is just a large amount of sellers and buyers are being overtaken after the film for a value gap. Right, then we are seeing a large amount of buying power just inverse after value gap. We are seeing price respect that Peter Ray. We open at the bottom respected, then we're seeing price push up. Sweep liquidity is very likely we'll see a slight bearish reaction. Slight bearish reaction. Don't know what the heck this is. No bearish reaction at all. To be fair, it's a recent high. Stop loss at 7. Take off at 6 to 10. You could have taken this trick. Ideally, it's not really appealing to me. What is going on with the music I'm listening to, bro? Dude, I'm listening to some like depressing ass shit. What's going on? At the right. Whoa. What the hell? I'm not listening to this. What did this comment just say? I wouldn't mind sacrificing myself to win him. What did this comment just say? What the fuck? Dude, I wouldn't mind sacrificing myself to the devil for a peaceful life. Sacrifice yourself to Jesus. My friend did the same for me, then he will find your peace. Not literally for him. Jesus, don't do nothing. It's all this secret. It's crazy. Jesus saves. What is this? Let's see. Thanks for the tremendous. There you go. That's what we love to hear. Hey, proud of you, bro. That's nice. This guy 8 months ago said, I wouldn't mind sacrificing myself to the devil for a peaceful life. 1 month ago, he actually ended up commenting on the same comment he left behind. Thanks for everything. I turned my life to you, and everything seems so much better now. Him, he means obviously him, Jesus. Turn his life to Jesus. Everything's better. Somebody says placebo. What does placebo mean? It's something in your mind that just gets you thinking over and over again, okay? It's not true. That is not true, mainly because these things that happen to your life, let's talk about holy conviction, that is not placebo-based, okay? That's not placebo-based. Coincidence and placebo do not correlate with each other. Coincidences, aka, are they really real coincidences, dude? What the coincidence is that I prayed for something, right? And in that moment that I get taken away, scathed away, I'm angry. Until later on, I'm thankful. Okay? That is not placebo. That is simply not coincidence. That is his making. Okay? He does not make anything happen just because it rains. Okay? He does it for a reason because you prayed for it. Okay? If it's placebo, then I could say over and over again, let's think about this, that I want this to happen, 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 I want this to happen. But then it doesn't happen, the opposite happens. That is not placebo, that is like legit God, bro. Alright guys, hold on, let me actually, oh my god, this is a weird way to end the fucking video. I was like doing scrolling, my girlfriend called me, and I did just post my YouTube video. But I'm gonna be going to bed, guys. Ignore all of this, just ignore it. Good night, guys, stay blessed. We did like an hour today, to be fair, so just what it is. Good night, guys. Alright, spend time with my girlfriend. Good night.